You're 16 years old, 30,000 years ago. You wake up, walk to the water's edge, and look at your reflection. No breakout, no oily shine, no red inflamed bump throbbing on your jaw that you'll spend the next hour trying to hide. Your skin is just skin, clear, calm, doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Now look in your own mirror tonight. If you see even one pimple, you are looking at something your ancestors across 300,000 years of existence almost never had to deal with. And the reason why is going to make you angry. Let's get one thing straight first. This isn't about ancient humans having better genes. Acne starts in the sebaceous glands, tiny oil factories buried in your skin. Those glands are ancient. They existed in early Homo sapiens exactly as they exist in you right now. Same structure, same bacteria living on the skin's surface, called Cutibacterium acnes. Present on human skin for as long as humans have had skin. If acne was purely genetic, purely biological, ancient teenagers should have suffered just as much as modern teenagers. They didn't. And scientists have proof. In the early 2000s, a researcher named Lauren Cordain went looking for populations still living outside the industrial food system. He found two: the Kitavan Islanders of Papua New Guinea and the Acne people of Paraguay, hunter-gatherers and subsistence farmers untouched by Western diets. He examined 1,200 Kitavans and 115 Acne individuals, including hundreds of teenagers in the exact hormonal storm of puberty that destroys modern skin. The result? 0 cases of active acne. Not low rates. 0. Out of over 1,300 people. Now hold that number in your head, because here's the part that should make you furious. In industrialized countries today, acne affects up to 95% of teenagers at some point. The same hormones, the same glands, the same bacteria, a completely different result. Something in the environment changed, and it wasn't evolution. Evolution doesn't move that fast. Something else did this to your face. That something is sugar, and it works faster and more violently on your skin than you've ever been told. Here's the mechanism, and it's almost mechanical in how brutal it is. When you eat a donut, a soda, white bread, anything that spikes blood sugar fast, your pancreas floods your bloodstream with insulin to bring the sugar back down. But insulin doesn't act alone. It triggers a second hormone, IGF-1, insulin-like growth factor. IGF-1 is a growth signal. It tells cells to multiply. In your skin, that means two things happen at once. Your sebaceous glands are ordered to pump out more oil, and the cells lining your pores are ordered to multiply faster, shedding and clogging the pore from the inside. You have just built a pimple from scratch, and you didn't even know you were doing it. You just thought you were having breakfast. Ancient humans never triggered this cascade. Not because they were disciplined, but because the food simply didn't exist. There was no refined sugar, no flour, no bread, no soda. Hunter-gatherer diets ran on meat, fish, roots, nuts, and seasonal wild plants, foods that release energy slowly into the blood instead of detonating it. Their pancreas almost never had to panic. Their skin almost never got the order to break out. Then there's the second weapon, and this one is even stranger: milk. Cow's milk isn't just food. It's a hormonal delivery system built by evolution to take a 60-pound calf and turn it into a 600-pound cow as fast as possible. It's loaded with growth hormones, and those hormones interact with the same IGF-1 pathway as sugar. Multiple studies have found a direct link between milk consumption and acne severity in teenagers. But here's the detail that should stop you cold. Dairy farming is roughly 10,000 years old. Out of 300,000 years of human existence, adult humans have only been drinking milk for the last 3%. For the other 97% of human history, nobody's skin ever had to process it because nobody was drinking it. So picture that 16-year-old again, 30,000 years ago, hormones surging through puberty exactly like yours do right now. The biological machinery for acne is sitting right there inside them, fully loaded, fully capable, but nothing around them ever pulls the trigger. No sugar, no dairy, no insulin spike twice a day, every day, for years. The gun is loaded. Nobody's pulling it. And this is where the story stops being about acne, because the same pattern shows up everywhere scientists have looked at isolated pre-industrial populations. Almost no type 2 diabetes, almost no obesity, dramatically lower rates of autoimmune disease. Not because those people are different humans, because they're the same humans, dropped into the same environment their bodies were built for. Your body is still running 300,000-year-old software. It expects irregular meals,